The recent revelation that the U.S. Army is advising soldiers to apply for SNAP benefits, commonly known as food stamps, in the face of rampant inflation, is nothing short of a disgraceful betrayal of the very individuals who have dedicated their lives to serving and protecting the nation. This shocking development has thrust into the spotlight the harrowing reality that American soldiers are being left to fend for themselves in a country they swore to defend. The U.S. Army's official guidance, penned by Sergeant Major of the Army Michael A. Grinston, acknowledges the skyrocketing prices across the board due to inflation. In a tone that can only be described as detached and uncaring, the guidance acknowledges that soldiers and their families are struggling to make ends meet on the budgets they had set before. The recommendation to seek assistance through the Army's Financial Readiness Program reeks of indifference to the severe hardships being faced. Amidst the sea of bureaucratic jargon, one chilling fact stands out. American soldiers, those who have selflessly put their lives on the line for their country, are being pushed to apply for food stamps. The very individuals who have committed themselves to defending the nation are now being told to turn to federal welfare to put food on their tables. The numbers are a damning indictment of the current state of affairs. Pentagon data reveals that a staggering 24% of enlisted personnel are struggling with food insecurity. This means that a quarter of the brave men and women who form the backbone of the U.S. military are unsure of where their next meal will come from. How can a nation that prides itself on its military prowess and global influence allow its own soldiers to suffer such indignity? Mackenzie Eaglin, an analyst at the American Enterprise Institute, pulls no punches in pointing out the glaring hypocrisy and negligence behind this outrage. While food stamps may offer a temporary respite, they are a glaring admission of the systemic failure to adequately compensate service members and their families. The soaring inflation, which has eroded the purchasing power of every dollar earned, is hitting these soldiers the hardest. The very foundation of a nation's strength lies in the well-being and morale of its military. Yet the recent surge in inflation has put these service members in an impossible situation, as they are forced to make an unthinkable choice between providing for their families and fulfilling their duty to their country. This is a travesty that cannot and should not be ignored. The federal inflation data is a slap in the face to every soldier who has ever worn the uniform. The sharp increase in food prices, reminiscent of the 1970s, is a stark reminder that history is repeating itself, and the lessons from the past have gone unheeded. The fact that the cost of essentials like food at home, cereals, and bakery products has surged so dramatically should serve as a wake-up call to the policymakers who have turned a blind eye to this crisis. In conclusion, the notion that American soldiers, the very backbone of the nation's defense, are being advised to apply for food stamps due to inflation-induced financial turmoil is a shocking disgrace that should be met with outrage from every corner of society. It is a slap in the face to the sacrifices these soldiers and their families make on a daily basis. Urgent action is needed, not just to address the immediate crisis, but to overhaul the system and ensure that those who serve the nation are treated with the respect and dignity they deserve. Anything less is a betrayal of the highest order.